What kind of job do you have?
I have two jobs. I work part-time as a community minister at a church here in Norman, and I also make a lot of quilts.
How do you use math in your job?
I use math to keep track of the expenses for the different accounts at my minister job. If I pay for some food or something like that, then I have to keep track of how much I spend every month, as well as how much we spend throughout the whole year. I use addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division for all of that. And then I also use a lot of math when making quilts to determine how much fabric to cut, what size, how much I need, and things like that.
Do you use them every day?
I don't so much at my minister job. I do at least a couple of times a month whenever I get the expense reports, and also more towards the end of the year when we're trying to figure out how we want to do our budget for the upcoming year. I'll look at it quite a bit and try to figure out what we can do.
Do you connect money and fractions in your work? And if you do, why?
Well, first I'll tell you about how I use fractions in my job. And I do connect money with fractions. But because it's money, a fraction in money is a decimal. So for that part, I use, when I'm keeping track of the money, I use a lot of decimals. And then when I am quilting, I use a lot of fractions because this is a seam, and a seam always is a 1/4 inch. So that's 1/4 inch. And so whenever you're trying to figure out how big something should be or how much fabric to use, you always have to think about that and add that in for each side. And then you cut, and so you're always cutting things in fractions. So this might be a 5-inch square originally, and by the time you're done with it, it's 4.5 because of all of the seams. And for that part, I don't use money so much unless I actually sell one. And I think that's all I have. Do you have any more questions?